I don't know if you guys got to watch, but Team USA, preparing for the Paris Olympics, got a little too close to South Sudan. Not North Sudan, not Sudan,
Yeah.
but South Sudan. I didn't even know that was a country. They were up by as many as 16 points and would have pulled off one of the biggest upsets in international history if it weren't for, and Jimmy, by the way, Jimmy, a couple of shows ago, we were talking about who was the number one option for Team USA. And Jimmy, what did I say? With 6 seconds left, the ball didn't go to Ant Edwards. It went to LeBron James. And he went and scored to win 101, win the game by 1 point, 101 to 100. Well, what are your, did that shock you, that victory, Derek? And were you surprised that it was that close and that Sudan played, or is this just kind of these things happen?
You know what, Brent, listen, I want to hear from my buddy Jimmy because I have my thoughts. And I'll
Jimmy, tell us, bro.
So thanks, Hart. Thanks for throwing me that alley-oop. See, he's the quintessential point guard. He's always dropping the dime. But my thoughts on that game particularly was like, I think that was a shot that was 46 and a half point to point favor. So to win by a couple of points is alarming or shocking, but we're glad to see Team USA pull it out, particularly their leader in LeBron James. I just would love to be in the locker room just to kind of hear, what some of the issues are and why they're not really gelling or playing together and playing at their full potential. From what I can tell and what I see is it looks like they're overthinking and not just playing. It's like they see the play, but then they're looking to make another play, but then they go back to the original play. It's like the timing is just not there. So whatever is going on within that team chemistry, they got to figure that out and unlock it so they can play to the potential we hope they can play.
I listen to Grant Hill quite a bit. He's obviously the guy that put things together for Team USA. And I think he had one of the most difficult jobs there is when it comes to trying to mesh 12 guys together.
Yeah.
And I think we're hard on our guys because we automatically feel like that we're going to go to the Olympics, the trials and all of those different things and dominate. And it just doesn't work like that, man. I mean, the best team or the best talent going to dominate the way you want them to dominate. And let me throw this in too. We're talking about some tired guys, if you would. I mean, think about how long these guys have been playing basketball from last year, October, to almost October now. You see what I'm saying? I mean, it's been 11 months of all basketball. And it's hard, man. If you don't get a break from the game, I know the goal is important. That's the primary job for those guys going overseas to try to bring back a gold medal. But you can't overlook, Jimmy, if you would, how the European game has grown.
Absolutely.
The European game is equally as good. There are a lot of guys that played with Germany, that played with the teams that are overseas, that has had a lot of success in the NBA. And with that being said, they're telling their guys, we got a chance. I mean, look at Team Canada.
Yeah, I think that's a great point, right? That Team Canada and some of these other guys, and even South Sudan, right? They're loaded with, you know, they've got G League Player of the Year. They've got guys that were drafted in the first round, right, on their team. So I know that we're the dream team, not the dream, but we're, you know, we've got these NBA guys, but then you put them all together against some of these other players, and you're right. It sounds like Jimmy and Derek are saying the same thing, that it becomes difficult to mesh, and especially in such a short time period, and especially, you know, with the tired legs, and they just got off a season and now they're going back into this, and then they're going to have to go right into training camp.